Minecraft speedrunning has quickly become one of the most popular games to speedrun, involving countless tricks, routes, and skills to achieve a top time. Learning to speedrun Minecraft is no easy feat, with the execution and luck necessary for a half-decent run being reasonably high. But as someone who's put probably 1,000 hours into Minecraft at this point, I wanted to see what I was made of and attempted to learn, practice, and speedrun Minecraft all in just a single 24-hour stream. I was going to have to learn tricks like mapless, bastion routing, stronghold triangulation, magma portals, whatever this is, and more. If I wanted to achieve my goal of a sub 20 time, I would truly have to lock in. All it would take is some luck, a little bit of skill, and lots of perseverance. This is how I was able to learn and speedrun Minecraft's random seed glitchless category in just 24 hours. Okay, so let's set the stage. I've never speedrun Minecraft before this stream, and while many of the strategies were familiar from casually watching speedrunning content, learning them was a whole different story. There. And then... Did I cook? Okay, I missed one. Beforehand, I gathered the practice maps I'd need, and laid out a basic plan for success. I was going to learn the strategies for the respective dimensions, the overworld, nether, and the end for an hour each. Our journey begins on speedrun.com, analyzing the top run strategies in a 7:01 by world record holder Drip120. The run immediately begins with one of the many overworld strategies, mapless. Mapless is a trick that involves utilizing the pie chart's game renderer, displaying chests that are rendered within the player's field of view with this orange segment here. Can you tell this is going to be some real nerd shit? Next, Drip takes a short boat ride until locating a magma ravine. You'll notice that within the first 2 seconds of entering, Drip has his F3 menu opening with the pie chart. There are 2 important tricks here that are being executed simultaneously: E-raying and pie charting the fortress. The entity counter found in the F3 menu here will display all entities within the player's field of view. You can use this to locate bastion piglins. Next is pie charting the fortress. You simply use the tick pie chart for this one, which shows you how many chunks away it is. Next up on the nerd list, we've got bastion routes. There are 4 different bastion types with varying degrees of loot, structure, and in some case enemies. Bridge, housing, stables, and treasure are the 4 types that exist today. The routes boil down to entirely memorization on where you're supposed to go, what blocks you mine, yada yada. After a successful treasure bastion route, mined you in under 2 minutes, Drip pearls into the fortress to gather blaze rods. After collecting his rods, Drip blinds back into the overworld at 4:26. The steps from here are as follows. Triangulate the stronghold's location, go back into the nether, build another portal in the nether at the stronghold's cords, portal directly into the stronghold, and locate the end portal room. Let's talk about triangulation. Using zoom macros and a program called Ninja BrainBot, runners can measure the angle of an eye down to the pixel, which will yield the stronghold's exact location in the overworld and the nether. Once you've calculated the location, you go back into the nether and make a portal at the desired cords, landing you exactly in the stronghold. There are 2 things you need to know in order to properly navigate strongholds. You use the same pie chart for mapless to find the portal's silverfish spawner and use the starting staircase as a starting point. And just like that, all that's left is the end dimension, where there's not really anything too crazy here, believe it or not. As a lot of people know, Minecraft speedrunners use beds to blow up the dragon in a process known as the 1 cycle. 1, 2, 3. Wow, that was so much damage. And now, you know everything that goes into Minecraft speedrunning, albeit a few little differing strats. So how am I going to learn and accomplish all that in 24 hours? Well, let's find out. It's time to learn the overworld. Okay, only took me a minute. Okay, 25. Boom, 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 boom. Should I open the door? 21. Okay, that's better. Should be this way then? According to what our fucking Lord and Savior said. We did it! I did it first try! I don't know, bro. Where was it? That is the overworld hour 1 done. Let's run up some nether type shit.
Let's go.
Shit spawn. Okay, this direction is what I'd say. I thought, but yeah, okay, it's there. Okay, E-ring is easy, you're right. Okay, this one. Whoa! In the holes, piggies. What?
Why don't you put that fucking phone down?
Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. This is kind of fun. I like this one. Uh-oh. 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 Fuck, man. Holy fumble. Fuck you. This shit is hard. Back up here. Then we go like that, definitely. Are you fucking for real?
Yes, I am.
Wasn't that bad. Oh, no way. That was the biggest fumble. What you just saw summed up is the first 3 hours in which I learned the bare bones methods to get my first run. The next 2 hours consist of essentially getting the feel for trying to complete Minecraft at a heightened pace, and many runs are thrown because of stupid mistakes. But at the 5-hour mark, we finally get on a decent run. Spawning on an island means a great chance for either mapless, which I've had a 0% success rate with, by the way, or the more likely shipwreck, which we find in under 30 seconds. Gathering our early resources, we've got everything we need at just under the 3-minute mark. Next, we employ kelp strats to find a magma ravine. Super simple trick in which you turn hitboxes and your entity distance up so you can see kelp from far away. The kelp signifies a magma ravine because it generates on the magma and then is automatically broken, I think. 2 ghost buckets later, we're in the nether with our fastest enter of 4 minutes and 43 seconds. A quick E-ray shows a bastion very close by, and with a bit of speed bridging, we're able to find a bridge bastion, one of the most consistent ones in a little over a minute of entering the nether. My goal was sub-hour for our first run, but this is looking like a potential sub-30 time if I play my cards right. We navigate to the chalice where all the gold blocks we'll need in the bastion are located, and begin the route. The way bridge works is you parkour your way around piglins and usually a hoglin or two, and go up on the right side where you'll make your piglin hole. Pretty simple, right? Let's see what I did. Shit. No. You motherfucker. So yeah, maybe choosing to mine the gold block directly instead of making sure I was safe first wasn't the best idea considering I have no food. I built up some pillars to kill hoglins so the run wouldn't just die immediately and finish up the bastion route. This is huge, as bastion rooting was my biggest stopping point so far for a successful run. We locate the fortress's blaze spawner quickly and notice I'm once again low on food, so I opt for a hunger reset. A hunger reset is when you set your spawn next to where you intend to die and pull a free your mind to respawn with full hunger and HP right back at where you were. So it was as easy as setting up a hunger reset hole to ensure my items don't go flying everywhere, and getting low enough to die, which I use this distinguished gentleman for. One more? That works. There we go. So yeah, this dumbass forgot that, wow, crazily, just like a bed, you need to right-click the respawn anchor to have it respawn you there, which I didn't do.
Damn.
2 hours later, with nothing to show for it, was where morale was starting to feel low. It was clear I needed to get better. Not just at the nether, but everything. It was time for the training arc. I practiced magma portals until I was able to make one in just 16 seconds, bastion routes until I was completely comfortable with every type, and then the one cycle until I was consistent. With all dimensions trained now, it was time to lock in. 3 hours of resetting bad seeds later, yes, you heard that right, more than 10% of my time to reset for a good seed, and we reach what I call the run that should have been. We spawn right next to a village and are able to get 4 iron from the golem, trade some wheat for emeralds, a bucket from a fisherman, and grab some extra hay bales for food in just under 3 minutes. I make the executive decision to spend an extra minute grabbing some stone, and of course the needed flint, but we quickly run into a problem. There's no lava pool anywhere, so what do? Dig down. A super small trick I omitted from our explanation earlier is a method to find lava pools underground in 1.16. First, I find one of these unimpressive water pools and dig down directly at its location. 75% of the time there will be lava, and around 25% of the time you'll get cucked and hate your life. But my father raised an impulsive gambler, baby. Yippee! Our E-ray shows the bastion is fairly close to our entrance portal, and we reach it within 2 minutes to see that ça c'est la bridge. Ça c'est la bridge. A 10-minute time for entering the bastion meant that if I played it well, we could have an easy sub 30 here for our first ever run.
No.
Due to some pretty poor terrain generation blocking parts of the bastion off, I had to mine through a wall and only got like 4 piglins to trade with, which killed a bit of the pace, but whatever. Our trades and looting go fine, and in no time we're locating the fortress. Not being heavily practiced due to the time constriction, I bleed a bit of time searching, but a quick jog later, we run into a problem. I suck at inventory management. Okay, that looks fine. I could go... I need my boat. I don't have a boat. Shit. Where did my boat go? At 26 minutes, we finally made it to our farthest run yet. Oh my god, boys. Wait, no spawner? Guys, where's the spawner? Not trolling, I don't think there's a spawner. Pause. So for those of you even paying a little attention, you'll remember that to find the fortress, you are looking for the blaze spawner. It has to be there. This guy's dumb as fuck. Long story short, we get all the blaze rods we need and blind back into the overworld at 29:25. So now's probably a good time to mention that in the time for end practice, I wasn't really able to figure out Ninja BrainBot with all the zooms and macros live, and downloading software was just a pain, so we are straight raw dogging it with rough measurements. With a bit of luck, we crash into the stronghold hungry for our first ever run. Stronghold nav goes bad, and then from bad to worse, as we take a whole 8 minutes to find the portal room. Entering the end, we set up and run into an immediate crisis. We're out of food and have no way to replenish our hunger bar. We have to close this out. Me? You're mad at me? What for? What'd I even do? Why is it lagging? Are we chilling? Okay, no one's after me. We're good. Flick, son, flick. That was way too far. Are you fucking for real? Fellas? Fellas? What do I do? So, yeah. 10 hours in, with it all on the line, I choke, costing our first sub-hour run. It's at this point that I'm beginning to regret my decision to even do this in the first place. And no, it doesn't just stop there. Let me introduce you to the next 7 hours straight of purgatory. Why is he mad at me?
Get the fuck up.
What?
What's wrong with you?
Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I'm supposed to get gold armor. Ouch. Ouch.
Little pussy.
The 5-bet in question. Now look, I know it may look like I'm just unequivocally ass at the game, which, yeah, okay, fair point. But learning and playing a game for 15 hours straight does something to a man's concentration. Not to mention, I continuously kept running into stables bastions when I would make it into the nether, and those are easily my worst one, not to mention just the worst bastion overall ever. Ooh, close. Very close bastion. Oh, it's stables. Like, what is my luck, dude? I found it. Is this fucking stables? No, this is housing. Oh. Are you serious? It's fucking stables. You've got to be shitting me, dude.
Leave me alone!
There were even a couple times I just flat out waste 20 minutes by not getting enough obsidian from trades, which is of course fully in my control and fun. However, this doesn't excuse the fact that my gameplay is still riddled with mistakes that can be rectified with more practice. So back in the lab I go, I guess. How did I even die last time? Oh yeah, fall damage. It's funny. Something I'd
You
do.
might be the goat.
Something someone of my caliber would do. A third of the time left, exhausted from constant focus. It's time to get it done. First promising run dies to a bastion generating almost entirely in a wall. The next, a lack of food and the fortress generating 26 chunks away. And then finally, the run. We spawn on an island and are quickly able to spot a shipwreck 100 blocks away. After grabbing our preliminary wood, we find plenty of resources in the shipwreck but a severe lack of food. I make the executive decision early to quickly stop at the nearest bit of land and kill some animals, because I'm sick and tired of running out of food in the nether. Using the kelp hitbox strat, we make our magma portal and are swiftly in the nether. I do my E-ray and notice the entity is loading in absurdly fast, which means the bastion is super close. What do you know? Just over the hill, we find an exposed bastion within 30 seconds of entering the nether. We run through our tirelessly practiced treasure bastion route and get all the trades we'll need for the rest of the run with an excess of an entire stack of pearls. After the route, we begin pie charting the fortress and see that it's only 7 chunks away. No, 2. I can't believe it's right next to us. Haha, yeah, it's the magma spawner. So in the event that you get a treasure bastion in a speedrun and get all the trades you need, you're supposed to go to the lower level and quickly break the magma spawner so you can accurately determine where the fortress's blaze spawner in. And in a moment of weakness with a potential run, lack of sleep, and feeling like my only 2 brain cells were arguing over what my hungry ass was going to eat later, I decided the optimal decision was to pearl away and just hope I go in the right direction. With a few more pearl throws and after an actual proper hunger reset this time, we're in the fortress. We get our rods, blind, and begin looking for the fortress off our rough angle estimation. Not too much later, after a bit of travel, we're finally in the stronghold. Stronghold nav goes absolutely awful as all conventions go out the window with the portal room generating not 4, not 6, but 10 rooms away from starter staircase. Awesome. We finally end up finding the portal room, but we've got a problem. For those of you paying attention, you'd notice I only have 10 Eyes of Ender. And to be honest, after some poor blaze rates in the fortress and bad breaks on the way to the stronghold, I was low-key, high-key praying for the game to come through. And come through it did with a 3-eye portal, meaning we could enter the end immediately. Okay,
Real.
Let's go. Fuck hunger. Again, why do they give me these fucking cringe-ass spawns, bro? Like, what is this?
Holy shit, this terrain.
Perch, buddy, perch. Can he perch? I'm literally sitting here just waiting. Uh-oh. Are we fucking for real? I'm dead. Well, good thing I said a spawn. Just do a regular ass flick, and then let's call it a day. That's a flick. He's spinning right. No, I suck! He's so fast! Oh, it's actually doomed.
Can it
Come
just
on,
be
man.
the most optimal, most like really obvious flick,
Like right now, just flick back.
and then
Oh,
we'll close
okay.
this out.
Flicking right. Oh yeah, baby. With
Hell yeah.
room
Did
to
you do it?
spare.
Let's
With
fucking
room
go.
to spare, baby.
Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes,
20
sir.
hours in. We do that shit,
Only
baby.
took 20 hours to
It
finish a
only
run.
took 20 hours.
Let's
Oh my
fucking go, dude.
God. Sub 1 hour. Let's fucking go.
That's my boy.
Holy shit. And just like that, I've achieved my first ever Minecraft speedrun. 20 hours in, standing proud at 55:05. Now, I know what you're thinking. It took you 20 hours for your unimpressive first run. You're just way too tired and frankly aren't good enough to get anything better. Let me show you how I lock the fuck in. At this point, you know the drill. We get a lava pool and village off rip and spot a desert temple nearby. We grab our loot and iron and are portaling into the nether sub 6. E-ray and locate the bastion within only a minute of being in the nether and begin our route. Some trades later, we have everything we need to keep going to the fortress. 13 minutes on the clock. I do a pearl away to start my pie charting of the blaze spawner. Well, here I guess. Oh, maybe I'm just the genius.
What?
Blazes, check. Return portal, check. Huge blaze trigger, check. With only 6 blaze rods in my inventory, the minimum requirement, I take a look on the other side of my portal. I'm gonna grab... Nah, fuck it, we're balling. Mama ain't raised no bitch.
You dumb motherfucker.
2 eye angle measurements later, we get a 1.7 degree angle change, which is only 590 blocks. But as we're right next to the stronghold, disaster strikes. Okay, whatever. Still this way. Wow, that's great luck. Alright, so we're getting another 2 eye. Regardless of the breaks and lack of likelihood to complete the run in a decent time, I push forward. Sometimes, it's not always about getting a new PB. Even if it's not possible, I want to finish this run, no matter what. Holy shit, another 2 eye. It's got 2!
Oh my god, Nick. You are the fucking luckiest person on planet Earth.
What can I say? It's fucking possible, holy shit. There's no way sub 30 is possible right now. There's no way this is real.
Breathe.
Alright, I'm breathing, I'm breathing, I'm breathing. I'm breathing. It's just like the simulations. Just purge, come on, dude. I'm sitting up here, I'm waiting. Spun to the right. Damn, I cook. I cook hard.
We got there, baby.
We got there in the end. 35. That's
35?
a big improvement.
That is a huge
I will
fucking
take
improvement
that,
anyways.
baby. That is a big improvement, baby.
Oh my
Holy
fucking
shit,
God.
let's go. Oh, fucking life. Ooh, let's go, baby. In under an hour and 30 minutes, I'd shattered my previous best by a whole 20 minutes. At this point, I was no longer tired, fatigued, or even disappointed in my progress. I had one goal. I have 2 hours left. I can still get one more run. This is the finale. Well,
Who says that? Get lava.
thanks. Question. Do I have everything I need? No, I don't have enough string. I need more string. I know. Oh, here it is. Random.
Nick Lifts. There he is. Fuck you, pussy.